Today we're going to be talking about attacking, and attacking looks different at every level, right? You've probably heard, don't attack the ball unless it's above the level of the net. Well, unfortunately for me, nobody ever dinks me a ball up above the level of the net anymore. It really sucks. I miss those days, right? So at higher levels, you'll start to see us attacking from lower and lower. And I do a whole bunch of stuff that I wouldn't recommend to other people. I'll attack from very down low, I'll snap my wrist, but that's not a shot that I would recommend for somebody that's in their first couple weeks of playing. So you have to assess the balls that you are given. I'm thinking at this 3.0 level, generally if you dink for long enough, you're going to generate yourself a pop-up that you can attack from above the level of the net. So I think if we're talking 3.0 level and below, we probably want to wait for that popped up ball to attack. But as we get to that 3.5 level and above, I think about attacking from different zones. Meaning there's a red light, yellow light, green light. If I'm attacking that ball from, I'd say anything less, if I'm attacking that ball from more than 6 inches below the level of the net, I would say that's kind of my red light zone. It's too difficult to take a ball from down here and attack it with any consistency. Because I have to get that ball up over the net, past my opponent, and back down into the court. It's not a safe and reliable shot. The interesting play is then this yellow light area. When I'm attacking from below the level of the net, I need to have certain things go right for me, meaning I either want my opponent to be out of position or I want to have a ball that's pretty easy, meaning if I have a yellow light ball, but I'm stepping back off this kitchen line, my opponent is going to have the time to counterpunch on that. But if I'm able to take space away from my opponent, it's going to be a lot more difficult for them to counter. So when I'm in this yellow light area, I'm hoping to take space away from my opponent. I'm not going to attack a yellow light ball from back here. I'm going to attack a yellow light ball from a little bit closer in on that kitchen. At those higher levels, we start to work on what's called the roll volley, getting a little bit of topspin from below the level of the net. So what I think of when I'm using a roll volley is if I have my paddle on the net here, I'm brushing right up the back of this net. I'm not doing anything crazy with my wrist. I'm just brushing up the back of, imagine this as the ball, I'm just brushing up the back of the ball a little bit. And the same is true on the backhand side. I'm brushing right up the back of that ball. So that's the type of ball that I'm looking for, and that's the mechanism for doing it. So a nice drill for this roll volley is having one player stay up at that kitchen line, and they're going to be working on resetting everything. I'm going to be working on my side on attacking everything. Not trying to get a whole heck of a lot of topspin, just enough topspin to work on the mechanic. I'm not going here, right? I'm not doing all this crazy stuff because the more spin that you try to get on a pickleball, the more likely the ball is to slide off of your paddle. There's a certain amount of spin or there's a certain amount of compression that you need on the ball to create spin. And if I brush off the ball too quickly, that's when the ball simply just slides off the paddle. So I'm not doing anything crazy. When I'm trying to generate this spin, it's really just a brush right up the back of the ball. So when I am attacking from above the level of the net, when I've got that green light ball, I can do whatever I want. I can hit it away from my opponent, I can hit it to the feet of my opponent, but generally if I'm attacking that yellow light ball, if I'm working on that roll shot, I'm gonna go somewhere at the body. I'm gonna try and jam my opponent up a little bit, and then hopefully That next ball is a green light ball. Attacking from below the net is not a winner, but rather a setup shot. It's the first of a 1-2 punch. So when I'm attacking from that yellow light zone, I'm working on that 1-2 punch. Make sure to check out the APP Academy if you'd like to learn from me in person, or ZaneNavratilPickleball.com to see my teaching schedule.